Hopefully this will be quick. Dude turns into a penguin. Oh, nice. Doom of the Living. Continuously attacks opponents. I think this is 5 fights. One of them has an enemy skill. That's important. Well, not important, but it's good. eventually the bio will stop working. Today's not that day. I should have given her the ribbon, I forgot about that. What, is he just gonna stand there? I guess. I guess it just counterattacks. Yeah, it's kind of insane that Yuffie's gonna get her limit break before Cloud even gets his level 3 ones. I have no idea how this happened. I mean, she's gonna lose some defense by unequipping the tough ring, but she's gonna gain ailment immunity. I really thought one of them would absorb poison. You talked mad shit and got annihilated. Yeah, so this is Yuffie's dad. I guess he's weak to poison. Weak to everything. So I want to stall because I'm pretty sure this guy has an enemy skill we can learn. Yeah, I was gonna say, I also think this is a healing boss. Time now. Is he just gonna die to poison while I sit here staring at him? There we go. There's Shrine. Yeah, he was unironically going to die to poison if he didn't use it. And we get Yuffie's final limit break. Convenient. Hey, how you doing? Conveniently, we learned Doom of the Living the fight before, so we can just go straight to all creation. I thought we got the Leviathan materia on the mountain. We have to go to the mountain anyway. So one issue this game has, some of the summon magic and some of the enemy skills, like Trine in fact, are technically multi-elemental attacks. So if you fight something that just so happens to absorb lightning and you decide to use Trine on it thinking it's going to deal earth damage, or vice versa, you're going to be in for a big fucking surprise when it just gets healed for like 4,000. Which is the main reason I don't really use enemy skill all that much. In fact, will it let me see in the menu? Yeah, this dude starts to like busting a move when no one's watching. Yes, it does. So flamethrower, that's obviously what it says on the tin. Lightning damage. Magic Breath has fire, ice, and lightning damage. So if they absorb one of it, I think it absorbs the entire attack. It's not like it just takes whatever the weakest thing is. It's just, no, it just... If it absorbs it or nullifies it, then, sucks to be you. Let me change... Give her that back. Give Sid restore. The Leviathan's water. A water elemental summon. We have to go to the Chow statue we went to earlier, because now that I have the scales of the Leviathan, we can get through a specific area. I'll be honest, I didn't think the pagoda would be that easy. I thought there would be, like, some stress, but I guess when we were here the first time, I was right on the precipice of being able to do it. Speaking of... So what does it say? Just attacks all opponents. Yeah, very descriptive. Yeah, the cave that was up here we can now explore. Deal with the bugs with dynamite. Hell yeah, brother. Oh, nice. He actually got a limit break off of that. So there is a item you can get. I don't remember what Dragoon Lance that's for Sid. It's probably not good at this point. I assume that's for Yuffie. I think that this is a materia. Steel as well. So you can pair steel with steel and you steal twice. Which is useless if it works the first time, but if it fails, you get another chance. One more material we can get that's in the town. And then we're all done with Wutai. I almost called it Yutai again. My pronunciation is all over the place. My brain's unraveling in real time. Has to be soon, unless Cloud just needs like a substantially higher amount of kills than everyone else. Which I guess it kind of makes sense since you're using him for the entire game, with like one exception. I think it's this place here. Did I say that? You get HP absorb. So whatever materia that's linked to will absorb a pretty minuscule amount of damage, but I guess it depends on what you're using it with. Like Quad Cut, I guess it can heal for a lot. Alright, so there's we have to go here, we gotta go back to the Temple of the Ancients to advance the plot. but I'm very quickly going to reach a point where it's just side quest time. And I'm gonna go insane, because the side quests in this game are, kind of monotonous. But I guess there's nothing better to do. I was looking to see if I could find Ultimo. I've been flying around, but we didn't see him. Maybe it's like content blocked. So I don't think I can land down here. Yeah, I can. Oh, I can. Okay, save some time. I don't remember the exact order I have to go, like, explore here. I know you have to go to one side and then the other. Okay, I guess this is correct. Yeah, he just floats on over. Yeah, wholly the opposite of a meteor. And just talk to the planet. Eris had the white materia. That was the one she was talking about that did nothing. Key where even sunlight can't reach. I think I actually have to go underwater with the submarine. Let's see what happens if I just come back and talk to him. Will we have anything new? No. So we literally came here to just leave. At least there aren't encounters. I guess before I leave, I should check over here, just in case. Because I know I have to go over on this side eventually. I have to go there eventually, but I guess not yet. Yeah, where the sunlight can't reach, that would be either some decrepit cave or underwater. I'm guessing underwater. Hopefully we won't get pranked by Emerald Weapon, that would be awkward. Just in case. Because where Emerald Weapon is underwater is random. Sometimes he's literally parked in front of that ship we were exploring yesterday. Sometimes he's just sitting there. I don't know why, like he's guarding it. I actually think I remember exactly where I have to go. I just randomly had a flashback of an undersea part. I think there's like a cavern inside one of the walls at the northern continent. Yeah, Emerald Weapon doesn't actively seek you out, it can just be anywhere. And if you touch it, you're forced into a battle with arguably the hardest fight in the game. There is a little bit of contention over whether Emerald or Ruby Weapon are harder. They're frustrating for different reasons. Emerald Weapon has a very specific attack it can use. It does a fixed 1,111 damage, increased for every materia you have equipped. So it can just hit the damage cap if you have too much materia on. And there's nothing you can do about it because it's fixed damage. So like, barrier wouldn't reflect it or anything. Ruby Weapon, unless you do something very specific when you start the fight, Ruby Weapon will basically eject two party members and force you to fight it one-on-one. So it can be harder, technically, because you're fighting with only one person. But I'd say Emerald Weapon's more obnoxious. Because if you don't have the underwater materia, which is what we needed the guidebook for, that we morphed in the Junon Underground. If you don't have that, you're on a 20-minute time limit to fight Emerald Weapon, because obviously you can't breathe underwater. You can breathe for 20 minutes, that's generous, but... I mean, it's possible to beat in 20 minutes, but like, if everything goes to shit, it'll be a nightmare. Maybe we didn't have to go here, maybe he just goes there. Yeah, he identifies whatever this is as a music box. Hope may be inside. I'm gonna press X to doubt on that one. You hear a look at this, we recorded Eris's death in 4K, so you can watch it all over again. Yeah, you should have unraveled this ancient esoteric mystery all on his own before you got impaled. And Dorcas. Doesn't have anything to say? Okay then. Yeah, Sephiroth is literally blocking Holy from working. Rufus wants to destroy Sephiroth with the Sister Ray Cannon from Junon. They somehow moved that enormous, like, 100-foot long cannon all the way across the continent without anyone noticing. Yeah, their big plan is just fire an artillery shell halfway across the planet. And it'll just work. Yeah, I mean, they're technically only calling it the Sister Ray now. If you paid attention during the Junon sequence earlier, the escape, it actually is just plastered right on the side. So, I don't know what... I don't know what the significance of it now is. But yeah, we gotta return to Midgar. Technically, Barrett's... I think his level 4 limit break is there and technically missable. But I don't plan on using Barrett. That's a good time to actually say... Every character's ultimate weapon in this game has a different kind of scaling. Cloud's does more damage based on his current health. So if he's at max, if you're at the level of life cap and your health is full, you're gonna basically do full damage. Going down as you lose health. I think Tifa's is the opposite, where the lower her health is, the more damage she does. Sid's, I think, is based on his MP, which is bizarre, but Barret's scales exponentially with the XP of the materia socketed into it. So he can technically overflow his damage and insta-kill any enemy in the game, including Ruby and Emerald Weapon. Vincent's ultimate weapon actually scales with his kills. So if you get like 65,000 something kills with him, you can overflow the damage and insta-kill something. Barret and Vincent are really the only ones capable of doing that. So technically they're the best characters in the game, but they require extreme investment to actually get to that point. And I'm not willing to do that. Yeah, just beat Weapon ourselves. So this is... kind of an annoying sequence. We just have to wait for this thing to get the land. Because if we run into it, we just kind of get deflected. You can't like game over by doing it, it's just... like hurry up and wait. I have steel, right? Yes. I should probably give him the steel as well. Because there is actually an item we can get. Steel as well. Steel, so surely he will steal twice. I'm not sure how good the thing actually is that we can steal, but it's technically missable because as far as I'm aware, this is the only way of getting it. That's Diamond Weapon. They're very clever with their names. In fact, I don't even think it's a fail state if we just don't go here. I think it gets to land and just waits for us. But I don't feel like finding that out, because this is already going to take a while. Oh, I didn't actually know we could get into a battle. Like a random battle. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Alright, first try. I don't know if it has a final attack, so I just want everyone to be healthy. Turn. So really all we did was stall it. It just says no one leaves. Turn. Okay, they shoot through Diamond Weapon to blast the barrier Sephiroth made over the northern crater. So I mean, technically, it worked. Yeah, somehow they just weren't aware of the giant salvo of, like, rockets that it fired directly towards Midgar. Darn. Yeah, they retconned that. Rufus doesn't actually die. As far as the game is concerned, he is, but in like the animated movie that came out in like 2006 or whatever, he's very much alive. It just shut it off. Yeah, Hojo's just there fucking around. Just pressing buttons. Yeah, so Cait Sith is being piloted by Reeve, the head of urban development or whatever the fuck his role was at Shinra. Yeah, they're like, instead of stopping Hojo from causing like a catastrophe, let's just get in the way. Like, Technically, we could have actually returned to Midgar at any point upon reaching the Bone Village, the excavation site. You can find a key to Midgar that you can open the door that's in front of you when you drop down after your escape at the beginning of the game. There isn't much reason to do that. I mean, there are a few items, but the only real time you actually have to come back to Midgar is now. Where the hell is it? The Desolate Wasteland, that's how I know we're there. Actually, I think I have to go there, yeah, by plane. For some reason, instead of just airdropping right onto the Sister Ray, we have to like go in through the railway system. It will parachute into Midgar, but instead of just going to the cannon, we make this whole roundabout travel. There are permanently missable items here, one of which is very important. I just want to make sure, yeah, okay. Here we go! Splat. It is a little weird that they kind of like put Reeve on house arrest, but they don't stop him from controlling Kate's head. So what is the point? I'm assuming that ladder is the one where that chest was at. Surely he'll get his limit break before we finish Midgar. Unfortunately, there's not really like a tracker or anything, so I have no way of knowing just how many kills Cloud has gotten. Let's give her Limit Break a whirl. truly it just annihilates both of them. Considering she's not juiced to the gills like I plan on making all of these, I think that's pretty decent. Aegis Armlet. It's okay. I mean, it gives a lot of magic defense and evasion, so I guess it's fine. I haven't actually showed you guys the status screen. So, this has a very convoluted system for like mitigating status and elemental effects. You can apply basically every status on hit or protect against it, and you can have, nullify, or absorb elemental spells. It's kind of it's convoluted. That's really the only good way I can describe it. That was a back attack. We're technically in the back row, so we did less damage. It's weird, that system in this. I mean, it makes sense in... How do I get to this? It makes sense in the other older Final Fantasy games because you actually had, like, formations. But in this, when everyone's standing in the same spot, if you get back attack, it doesn't really make sense that you'd have the back row penalty. Maybe I'm just a moron, I don't know. Maybe I think I'm smarter than I actually am. Yeah, just a random behemoth just hanging out. Can I steal anything? Alright, well, Yuffie's content throwing her life away, so... Phoenix now. Not exactly worth it. No, I was setting up with the expectation it was going to use, like, Comet 2 or something. Because normally, behemoths have a nasty final attack. Now I remember where the stairs go. There's some gremlins. Manhole. Yep. Starlight Megaphone. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You can return with Cait Sith and get, I think it's his best megaphone. But we can't do that. It's not like I planned on using them anyway. So where does this bring us? guessing that's actually the way to go, so what's down here? Battle, that's what it is. Being ambushed by a cantankerous tank. Cromwell. It's a decent name for a tank. Max Ray? What was that? It's a weapon for Barret. Snap yourself back. I feel like Yuffie should be taking very little damage, but it seems like she takes as much as everyone else. But she's got the tough ring, which gives her like 50 to her vitality, which is a pretty substantial amount of physical protection. Yeah, she's got almost double that of Sid. And she still gets hit just as hard. It's strange. So I believe you're supposed to go north, or I guess the other direction. If you go back this way, you can find an item that would be otherwise missable. finally got Cloud's level 3 Ship Rain. Meteor Rain hits all opponents. The less opponents there are, the more damage it will do technically, because it's not being spread out. Cloud doesn't need to get last hits anymore. He just needs to use Meteor Rain a few times and then he'll learn whatever the next one is. I don't remember what it's called. And after that we can get Ultimate Weapon. Or Omni Slash. That's not what I wanted. Guard source. Cannon's not this way. I mean, correct, but that's why we're going this way. Can the game stop having me fight these assholes? Like, if they get their turn, it's like, well, I'm just losing a minute of my life now. I didn't know that Cloud Effect will anyone could actually counterattack there. Chest this time. I guess I'm gonna get one of each source. Yeah, looks that way. There you are. W item. I don't know what the W stands for, but it allows me to use 2 items in one turn. This is crucial because we can use that to duplicate items. Unfortunately, now we have to backtrack all the way from here. W item is good on its own, but it being able to duplicate items is what makes it special. Because there are items called hero drinks that are usable in combat for one-time stat boosts. So you can use like 2 hero drinks in a turn and just like supercharge one of your characters. As well as if you need to use like Phoenix Downs or anything like that, you can do things more efficiently. Should probably give the cover materia to Cloud. 1, because he has counterattack, and 2, so he can charge his limit break. And Yuffie doesn't catch everything with her face. But there are W versions of each materia. So there's W magic, W item, W summon. They basically just allow you to double cast whatever materia it represents. Or I guess use 2 items. W summon is nice, but the problem is the summon materia has an in-use limit, which scales with their rank. So the rank 1 summons you can use once per battle, and that's it. There's a summon we'll be getting later that's very good, but it also is a very long animation. And I don't think we'll ever get to rank 2. It's just kind of there for trivializing certain fights. Or I guess alleviating the stress of certain fights. I mean, we're getting a lot of Turbo Ethers at least, so that's good. How much a Turbo Ethers even restore? I gotta check after this. Fully restores MP. Okay, that's better than I thought. I thought it would be like 500 or something. But they're basically just the X potions of MP restore. Granted, if you're duplicating stuff like elixirs, it doesn't matter. But some people care about these things. So this fight, technically, you don't have to do, but I think if we fight them, we can steal certain items. You believe it, buddy fucking Naruto. You don't even get like boss music for them, it's just a regular battle as far as they're concerned. Minerva Band. Waste turns trying to confuse Cloud. Tough Ring, another one. Let me guess, I'm gonna get Zedric from Brood, aren't I? Yep, what a surprise. Or they just leave, they just say no and left. At least you got the items. Alright, so I'm assuming the Minerva Band is for women. Yeah, women's arm what nullifies Fire, Cold, Gravity, and Holy. It's actually decent. She loses materia slots. Only one though. don't remember which is the right way. It gives no inkling of whether this is the right way or not. Just go with the cannon. Like, maybe I'm supposed to follow the electricity? Where does this bring us? This is where I think it is. Yeah, this isn't the right way. Technically, it brings us to where we wanted to go, but I don't believe that's the right way. Because that just lets us explore the Shinra building, I think. Yeah, this is the right way. If I'm not mistaken, there's another battle. Like right here, in fact. Yeah. There's a weapon we can steal for Cloud, I think. Yeah, like, here's this Gundam. Like, we made this giant robot. Okay, this is my masterpiece. The Proud Claude. What the fuck is... What is that even? There is the main armor that protects it. And when you destroy that, you get, you hit a sweet spot. Nothing to steal? Maybe I was wrong. I thought you stole from this. had no idea what that attack actually did. So I guess just any beneficial magic I use on those targets gets redirected to the boss. Interesting. Of course, of all people to miss, it misses Sid. You would have most definitely gotten his limit break from that minute. Hits everything. Alright. I assumed that would have just hit one target. Alright, so the weapon we get is just a reward. I thought you had to steal it. Turn. That's it. Same materia and all that jazz. Just does more damage. Works for me. There's Ragnarok and then there's Apocalypse. Apocalypse, if I'm not mistaken, is Cloud's triple AP growth weapon. The steel is also a very nice item. That's an armor. Yeah, pretty solid defenses all around. Is that better for him? Technically, yeah. Get some more materia slots. I guess go for all. Yeah, this doesn't work with steel. I thought it would. Unfortunately, I can't have them steal all. That would be a little broken, I think. So up here, if Barret is with you, you can find an item for him. I'm not bringing Barret for this I'm not, like, crippling my party by having Barret with me just for that. It would have been nice to use at the start of that, but I had to get uses in for that anyway. Yeah, unfortunately, after this segment, it's gonna be minigame and side quest time. Which sounds good, but it's kinda mind-numbing. Probably healthy enough. But just stop. Yeah, Hojo is basically responsible for everything. Illusionary crime against that. What does that even mean? This is a multi-stage fight. I don't know if there's anything to steal. Oh, we got wall. Didn't realize. Could have been applying that at the start of every fight. So, for this, all I really have to do is beat Hojo. I believe the other guys fuck off when he dies. I'm just curious to see how hard that actually hits. Let's see how the Mako juice is reacting. He turns into some Resident Evil monster. destroy the arm that's supporting him, it'll actually knock him to the ground, but you don't have to. Yep. Thank you, Yuffie. Thank you for throwing your life away when you had a heal coming. Yep. Well, guess she's just staying dead for now. Yeah, like a Resident Evil boss, it explodes. I was planning on healing, but Sid got put to sleep. Alright, now can I steal anything? Probably not. Very, like, specific bosses you can steal from. You can steal, yeah. Counterattack material coming up huge. Alright. Pretty sure that's the last one. Mastered like 8 materia. Yeah, so now technically we can just go to the northern cave and finish the game, but I'm compelled to fight Emerald and Ruby Weapon. So we have to do side quests to power up so we can juice ourselves to the max. What are we all fighting for? Time for existential crisis at the end of the game. Yeah, you too, Vincent. Leave the ship and find your reason to do this. Like, Vincent really has as close to zero character development as possible in this. You get told his motivations when you first find him, and if you go through the effort of getting his final limit break and ultimate weapon, you get some more information. But that's really it. And do you think the stars can hear us? What an odd thing to say. Like, yeah, I'm sure they understand English perfectly fine. Yeah, wind stops. Something I really should have done is looked up the specific stuff for chocobo breeding, so I didn't waste time. Or I guess so I was as efficient as possible. Yeah, everyone's here. Yeah, they were up here in the airship watching them. A little weird. Now, how could you accuse Yuffie of stealing their materia when she's done it at least once before? So I don't actually know if this makes us faster. It looks pretty, but I don't think it actually improves our speed in the airship. Yeah, we're almost to the North Cave. We just gonna not do it. We're just gonna leave instantly. It is a little strange, admittedly. This game was originally on 3 discs on the PlayStation 1. The end of Part 2 is here, where you could technically just go and kill Sephiroth. So technically, the end of the game, the final disc, could realistically be like a 45-minute jaunt through the final dungeon, and that's it. So, we never went here. Another enemy skill materia. I didn't actually know which one it was. So here's some weird gooner. Doesn't remember his name, but he knows a lot about chocobos. Chocobo Sage. Reagan greens. Jesus. Wasn't paying attention to how much that actually cost. Actually, I have all those mastered all materia. I think I have one that's not linked to anything. Yeah, just the one. How much does it actually sell for? Yeah, 1,400,000 gil for a mastered all materia. So, fixed our financial issues. So, nuts are used for chocobo breeding. Greens are used for catching and raising chocobos, developing their stats, basically. The only reason to do that is for racing. And unfortunately, we have to do racing. Because I believe the chocobo have to be a certain race, like level, tier, whatever. Or you can't make the different colored chocobos. Different colored chocobos can do different, they can move on different terrain. There's a green one that can go over mountains, blue one that can go over the water, black which can go over both, and gold that can go over anything. Got 10 grand for a single slot in the chocobo stable. We unfortunately need them to start catching them and keeping them. I wasn't keeping track of how many I'd gotten. So I need greens. The greens we bought are actually decent, but using those to capture chocobos seems like an extreme waste of money. I don't need to necessarily use the cheap-ass Gashel greens, but I can use something that is infinitely less expensive than the ones we got from the Sage. Another thing of note, the chocobos you find are different quality based on the area you get them. Unfortunately, the best chocobos are here. However, they also have a chance at being the worst chocobos. You'd think living in like a frozen hellscape like this, they'd be pretty hardy, but apparently not. Apparently some of them are, like, they have wasting disease, I guess, and they barely function. I really should give Cloud the cover materia. Yuffie doesn't need to develop relevant breaks anymore. Unfortunately, we have no way of actually knowing how good the chocobo is until we get it back to the stable. At least we get to listen to some funky music when we're catching them. I was gonna say, I really thought they would have been further down the list, or higher up the list. Oh god. Sid's gonna attack the Chocobo, isn't he? Okay, good. If you attack the Chocobo, they actually have a chance of using an enemy skill. It's apparently very good, but it also has a chance of just kind of destroying your party. So we can keep 10 in the stable, but 4... Man, that thing's confused. We can keep 4 out in the stable, but we have to bring them in individually. So I can get 4, go back, see which ones are useless, rinse and repeat. I also need to have a balance of male and female for obvious reasons. I can't breed them if they're both dickless. Could have actually started this sooner. In fact, I probably should have done it off stream yesterday. But I really I didn't have it in me. I'll probably be working on it off stream today just to alleviate some of the nonsense. But it's gonna be a process. I don't want to jinx it, but there is a non-zero chance that tomorrow I spend the entire day doing shit like Chocobo racing. I hope not, but I'm kind of mentally preparing myself for that. You do have an infinite gil farming method if you're willing to just grind out like a ton of all materia. As long as you don't sell off all of them like an asshole. You can just keep duplicating them by mastering them. That's 3, we need 1 more and then it can go back. I'm expecting half of them at best are gonna be useless. I would be very surprised if they were all good. Because at least if they were all good, we could technically just run with those. Because the problem is, there are certain islands on the world map that you can't get to without the special chocobos. And they all have materia in them. Some of them aren't very good, but some of them are extremely good. Another Master Golem materia. Yeah, despite being an airship though, you can only land on certain terrain. I don't really understand why, but it's not like it's landing or throwing down like a rope ladder. I mean, in the older ones, at least the airships were actually landing. Throw an eggplant at him. Alright. So, you can go back and see which are useful and which aren't. It's very easy to tell. You'll see what I mean. Yeah, I can't really recommend this one. Alright, one's good. Yeah, 1 out of 3. So gotta go get more. Really, I could get away with only having 1 male and 1 female, but I also don't know what gender it is until we actually put it in the barn. Which is weird, you'd think that they would tell us, but... I don't know if that was supposed to be a peach or an apple. That held that thing's attention for like 3 seconds. That Chocobo wolfed it down. I think I read a rumor that the formation you find the Chocobo in, like in the battle, dictates if it's good or not. I don't really have any way of substantiating that, if it's just, like, legitimate, or if it's some psychobabble that I've conjured up in my own head. Yeah, I really gotta fix the item order. Yeah, he's gonna... Yep, saw that coming. The one time Cloud decides to counter. Yeah, let's save, just to be safe. Ideally, I want 4 wonderful chocobos, 2 of each gender. Because I believe when you breed the chocobos, it takes a while for them to be ready to go again. Which makes sense, I guess. Why are they missing? Like, we're 20 levels up on the area, how are we missing every attack? I intentionally didn't use Meteor Rain there, because we do technically need to use Meteor Rain to get the next part of that Limit Break set, but I know it would have hit the Chocobo. There's like a minuscule chance that it didn't, but I know it would. This is me we're talking about. I keep saying I'm gonna fix this and I just don't. Blast it with lightning. Dodge this asshole. I lost count. After we scared off that one Chocobo and accident, I lost count of how many we actually had. I think this is only 2. I mean, I think they'll tell us if it's too many for the outside thing. That's 3. Cause I could come back, find out that they're all wonderful chocobos, but that and the one I already have are all male, so they're all useless. That's probably gonna end up being what happens, because why wouldn't it? Why does it keep hitting Frog as little damage as possible? With any luck, I'll have 2 wonderful chocobos in this batch. With any luck, oh hey, there's, what's his name? I guess I'll fight him while he's there. Yeah, she doesn't need the long-range materia, so I should give that, I guess, to Cloud. Since he has double cut, it makes the most sense to give that to him. I believe he has an enemy skill to learn. I think it's Shadow Flare. Oh, he just took off immediately? Okay then. So you have to chase him around the world. Eventually I think he parks his ass somewhere. Yeah, he'll just fly off. He says no and leaves. Eventually he'll park his ass somewhere. It's normally over, I don't want to say like a landmark, but like a town or some kind of recognizable place. Not that it's just the middle of the ocean. Alright, let's see it. So this one is a male. This one's depressing. This is good. Okay, we got a female. Yeah, 1 out of 3 again. At least it's a female. So technically I can start raising them. The different greens give different stat benefits for Chocobo racing. I don't remember. Oh god, I have to do this manually. It doesn't just scroll up on its own. So 50 it is, I guess. Ding 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 ding. Technically I can start racing. The early races are painfully easy, even a bad Chocobo can win them. You will eventually reach a point that they start kind of outclassing you, as far as stats. And if you run into that one guy we met at the Gold Saucer and we had to do the obligatory Chocobo race, he is programmed to always have higher stats than your Chocobo, like a percentage. So let's look around. Let's see if we'll find Ultimate Weapon somewhere. I guess while I'm here I should buy more of those greens, because I'm gonna need them. Wait, why could I only get... That was weird. Wouldn't let it go to 99 natively. I guess I'll sell another All Materia. Fucking expensive little bastards. The Ultimate Weapon keeps the health it has when you scare it off. Similar to Death Gaze in Final Fantasy VI. The difference is, when it's at the end of its life, or I guess after a certain amount of battles on the world map, it will go to a specific location, which is always the same. And there you can actually kill it. But now I have to find them. At least, unlike Death Gaze, it is visible in the world map, so I'm not just kind of bumbling around looking for something that could be anywhere. I think it's this island that you can fight goblins. They're kind of meme lords, but you need to steal a specific nut from them for Chocobo breeding. In fact, I should do that now. Might as well get a few of them so I don't have to worry about it later. We got it. Technically, I think we only need one. Oh, it dropped another, okay. Thought they were only stealable. I'm gonna have to look it up and find out what nuts are actually used for which Chocobos for breeding. It's a little nutty if you ask me. Oh, but where is this goon? There you are. So, by running into him while it's flying around, you can kind of coerce it to move to a location. can only actually get into a battle when it stops moving. Yeah, we're doing this and somehow the airship doesn't just get obliterated by colliding with this probably like 100-ton monster. Guessing it's going to the northern cave. Yeah. What? Blew through 'em. Let me get the seal, please. Fuck. And it took off. How annoying. We only really got one hit in. But at least we got the ring, I guess. I think the crater is actually the only place you can steal, because you can't reach them otherwise. I could be wrong, though. Time for some unpleasant chocobo racing. I could do Battle Square too, like alternatively, but Battle Square is also very aggravating. Because the problem with Battle Square is, you could be juiced to the gills. You can have like your ultimate weapon, ribbon, all that fun stuff. But some of the penalties will break the your armor or even your weapon, which doesn't destroy them, it just makes it so whatever effect they have doesn't do anything. So even if you're all set up and ready to go for that, you could just kind of get unlucky and get trolled. And if you fail at the Battle Square, you just don't get any reward. You get a tissue as a consolation prize. So these races should be easy. If you win, you get an item ticket. Yeah, stamina 999, as opposed to 260. So the gifts are your reward, based on the placement of the chocobos at the end. Some of the rewards are actually really good. And we have to wait for the number 2 racer to finish anyway, the second place. Which is part of the problem, is this isn't technically the worst thing in the world, but when you outspeed the other chocobos by this much, you're just spending the whole time waiting. Let's see it. Phoenix down. So you can get the item, or you can turn it into gold saucer points. The more rare the item, the more points you get. In some ways, the long course can be better, but that's typically like... That's typically a situation where you're playing against difficult chocobos and you kind of want them to get lost on each other. Tranquilizer. I think you need 3 wins for a rank upgrade. Now we're finished and half of the racers are just going off of that spiral at the beginning. Technically, you can actually do this as Tifa or Sid. You can actually do chocobo racing as soon as you get the airship. But I felt like that would have been a waste of time. I guess I could have done that as off-screen content, but I didn't think of it. Or I didn't think it was worth it. Because at least Battle Square is like somewhat engaging. It's like I'm actually doing things. Even with manual operation, the chocobo mostly runs itself. Really the only difference is I have control if I wanted to start sprinting or not. at the higher ranks, you also get better rewards. Which is the main, like, I don't want to say end game, that sounds ridiculous, but it's really the main reason to do this unless you're going for specific Chocobo colors. Some of the items, I don't know if they're only obtainable through this, but this at least is an easy way of getting gold saucer coins. When you enter the gold saucer, there's actually some, like, weirdo that hangs out in the corner that there's a chance for him to show up, and you can exchange your gil for gold saucer coins. It's like 1,000 for 10 or something outrageous. So, like, doing that as your main form of getting points is kind of insane unless you just have no other use for your money. But that's more of a treat than anything. If you're, like, searching out the guide, you could probably be doing more efficient things. One nice thing, at least, is the higher the rank you get, the better the Chocobos are, which, I mean, makes sense. So, these will be faster overall. An ice crystal. I think it's A rank that you can start finding that one guy. And I believe if he just shows up more frequently in S rank. Crystal again. Yeah, with automatic control, really the only difference is the Chocobo will just decide if it wants to sprint or not. Because you can't, like, turn around or, like, do anything wacky like that. You just change your card, well, not card, no, the side of the lane you're in. It's not like some Mario Kart shit where we can get, like, flipped around and turned around and go out of bounds and shit. Like, it's pretty much just on wheels. Well, on rails. So your Chocobo can't demote. If you somehow make it to a high rank and just find out like, oh hey, I can't actually win any games anymore, you could just decide like, well, I'll just breed the Chocobo instead. And then try and make a Chocobo that's better. In fact, from the look of it, I'm probably going to get to S rank and then just stop immediately. Because if you win, I think it's like 10 games in a row in S rank, you actually get a reward, but I think it's just a bunch of like assorted items. Considering your Chocobo gets slowed down by stuff like that, it's impractical to expect a regular yellow Chocobo to do that. The better Chocobos, like the green and blue and black Chocobos, they can ignore some of the environmental effects. Oh, I'm surprised we actually got the cat spell. 500 GP. Surprised we haven't run into that one guy yet. Yeah, you can, I think you can technically, like, min-max this. If, like, you move your Chocobo to the sides where the corners are, I think you can technically save some time. But I don't know. I've never actually timed it, so I don't know if it's better or not. With any luck, we'll also get the sprint shoes, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. Yeah, it wasn't even an option. There would have been no way of us getting it. Because you have to win. If you're second place, it counts as a loss. I'm very surprised that one guy hasn't shown up yet. So this gets us to S rank, I think. So I'm probably just gonna stop for this one and move on to the next. Yeah, we could have got a Mega Elixir, but not so lucky this time. And Joe's usually in that group, which means no fun allowed in Chocobo racing. Wait, let me hop on sometimes. Fine. If you want to ride the Chocobo, Sid, go right ahead. Like, is that technically legal? Like, oh yeah, I'll just let this guy use the chocobo for the race. It's fine, don't worry. Like, is that technically legal? Like, I don't watch horse racing or anything like that. Can jockeys do that? Just like sub themselves out for someone else? But yeah, there's this. There's Battle Square and there's source duping. Source duping, I have W items, so we can actually start doing it. But we need, there's kind of a little bit of a setup that has to be done. You can only really do it in, oh, wow. How much, I'm probably taking the Mega Elixir, but how much is that actually? That's only 300? That's weird. There's a specific setup that has to be done for duping. It requires multiple enemies in the formation, because you morph an enemy, and you basically free up an item spot for like the source, for the where the item would go, and then in the menu you keep queuing up and canceling a different thing, and it kind of duplicates whatever the item the enemy was morphed into. It'll make more sense when I start doing it. Well, unfortunately, it's really the only way of min-maxing our characters to fight Ruby and Emerald Weapon. If I'm not mistaken, I believe I have to go to the airship Gelnika. There are very specific areas that have very specific enemies that can be morphed into sources. I think one is at Mount Nibel, where the reactor is. So that's unfortunately going to be a bit of a hike, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Stuff like magic sources I don't really care about, but we need spirit, strength, or power. Speed, for sure. Because, I mean, we can supplement with, like, a tough ring or whatever, but that only does so much. I thought of something for Bowser that might be kind of gas, but it's very conditional on how lucky I am with the penalties. If I'm not mistaken, you can use a limit break and then use the mime materia, which we need one of these special chocobos to get, to mimic it. So you can basically just spam limit breaks. Unfortunately, if it decides to break our yellow materia as a penalty, we don't get to do that, obviously. But unfortunately, the harsher penalties in Battle Square also give you more GP, or battle points, BP. And also, unfortunately, if you leave, I believe you also lose all your points. So you kind of have to do it in one go. It's very unpleasant. Yeah, I suppose I will do this off stream, this and like the actual catching chocobos and all that shit. I will probably do that off stream today, and then tomorrow I guess we'll do Battle Square until my eyes bleed. Assuming Battle Square goes well and we get the stuff we need easily, there's a chance we finish the game tomorrow, but that's a very small chance. So I'm gonna have to make a list of all, like, I'm gonna have to make a shopping list basically for all the stuff I need to do. Since your stats go up to 255, I have to do multiple, probably like 6 rotations of duplicating per source to cover all my characters. Which isn't that horrific. It's just kind of frustrating. There's not really any good way of automating it, so you just kind of have to deal. Yeah, Mime actually is a viable strategy for fighting the weapons, Ruby and Emerald weapon. Because if you are unhinged enough to level up the best summon material you can get, you can double cast it with W summon and then just have like everyone with a Mime material. You'd have to master them. You could have everyone just duplicate it and have 6 of them per turn. As long as you have the mana to sustain it, I guess. I don't think there's any way of turning off battles though, so getting around to get all these sources is probably going to take a bit. Yeah, Sid is like, hey, let me hop on sometime. Like, you've done more of these races than I have at this point. I don't believe it actually makes a difference as far as, like, who's riding the Chocobo. I don't think, like, anyone's necessarily better than the others. It's just cosmetic as far as I'm aware. You can also have Tifa do it. But I don't believe anyone else can. That's mostly just because they've become the temporary party leaders with Cloud's, having them freak out. So this should get us to A. We'll get to B and then attempt to make one of the colored chocobo. In fact, I should look this up. Well, all this time sitting here staring at this, I should be looking up the rules and shit. So I actually know, like, the specifics, and I'm not wasting my own time. Wahoo! So the nut I need, one of the nuts I need, you need two different kinds of the Mega Elixir. Guess I'll turn that one into GP. Actually, no. Why would I do that? It's kind of crazy we haven't found Joe yet. Yeah, without promoting Chocobo classes via racing, the probability of getting a color Chocobo is only 10%. Despair. The only nut that will never produce a gold Chocobo is the Carob nut, even when breeding two gold Chocobos with a Carob nut. Interesting. So I need Carob nut, which is you can buy from the Gold Saucer for 500 GP each, which is not happening. Or you can steal them from a specific enemy. I think I know which enemy, but I'm not 100% sure. If I'm not mistaken, it's an enemy you can find outside the Bone Village on the northern continent. And I think it's like 3 to 18 battles have to be fought. You can't flee, unfortunately, before Chocobo is ready to breed again. So technically, you don't have to do any racing, but this is getting us gold saucer points for Battle Square, because that's how you get into it, unfortunately. Since we got lucky and got the cat spell, we actually have a decent nest egg in that regard. There are actually decent things you can get from gold saucer points, but I don't believe it's anything game-breaking. I'd have to go look. Alright, well, both are S rank, so now's as good a time as any. Yeah, it's Wonder Square, I think. Yeah. He's this person. This is the carob nut. I don't remember what those are. I wish it would tell us, but the game has to be cryptic. I think one is like a accessory, like a muscle belt or something, I think. I could be confusing it with something else. Hey, there's that guy. Yeah, some weirdo just standing in the corner. Like, hey kid, you wanna buy some GP? 1 GP is 100 gil. And he only lets you buy 100 at a time, and then he just fucks off and leaves. So I need a minimum of 3 carob nuts. So it is what it is. Because I have to make a male green chocobo, well, male or female, then I have to make the opposite gender for the blue chocobo. And then the black chocobo, I have to breed with a yellow chocobo, and that makes a gold one. Technically, you can get a free gold chocobo, but you have to beat one of the weapons to do it. And if I remember correctly, the stats on the reward chocobo are absolutely fucking terrible. So if you wanted to get it for racing, like if you want whatever rewards or just to farm gold saucer points, you're better off just breeding. Time now. Like doing laps around the village and we somehow find no enemies. Watch, I'm gonna step out here and then get into one instantly. Maybe they're scared of me. I think that's actually the one I'm looking for. Yes, actually. Alright, lucky. Sometimes lucky. I was honestly thinking, considering how quickly, well, how early we get to this area, I kind of thought Cloud was gonna like counterattack it and kill him instantly, but it's surprisingly tanky. I'm not like afraid of the enemy, I just think it would be faster to not fight it than go through the victory animation. One nice thing, at least, of me doing that Chocobo-related stuff off-stream, assuming that the breeding attempt fails and we either get one of the same color that we already have, or the same gender, or even if it just doesn't work, I can then just close the game and reopen it, because for some reason the Steam version of this game doesn't allow you to soft reset like the PlayStation version. The PlayStation version, if you hold all of the shoulder buttons on the controller and press, I think, start and select, it'll soft reset to the title screen. This doesn't have that feature as far as I can tell. So I'd have to manually close the game each time. Okay, that's two. One more. Thinking, depending on how much time I have when we get the next nut, I might hunt down Ultimate Weapon. Because I'm kind of out of time, but I figure I can at least do something before I turn the stream off that isn't just busy work, more or less. Our game is nice to us. One unfortunate thing about this game is the best spot to grind AP is pretty much the very end of the final dungeon. So unfortunately I can't do that without going all the way in and then having to walk all the way out. Because there's no exit or teleport spell in this game. So time to track down this gremlin. Surely it won't be too hard to find. chocobo that can climb mountains, you can actually get here without fighting Ultima Weapon. The final battle is above Cosmo Canyon, and when it dies, it basically causes a crater to form that lets you walk up normally. So with a mountain chocobo, you can actually avoid doing that, but since you have to kill the Ultima Weapon to get the Ultima Weapon for Cloud, it's kind of like, just, why would you not fight it? Yeah, I guess you have to wait for him to start charging. Nothing actually happens if you don't run into him there. He doesn't, like, blow up the area. Cloud will be able to get a Meteor Rain off, assuming it doesn't flee after this hit. Quake 2. I love stories. You can't kill him until he gets to Cosmo Canyon. That's the only downside. Now we have to find him again. I have a suspicion that I have to enter and leave the area to make it respawn on the map. Although this island, you can fight Tactars. Tactars are okay for AP, if I remember right, but not as good as fighting Moobers in the final dungeon. I have to assume if he is flying around, he's flying near a landmass. It doesn't make sense to be off in some secluded area of the map, because then I have to follow for like 2 minutes to get to civilization, for him to try and blow something up. I'm thinking... maybe I do that. And maybe that will reload the area, so we'll get fuel here. Over in this corner of the world map, there's an island that you need a special chocobo to get to. It's impossible to land the airship as far as I'm aware. There are, I think, 4 different caves that have special materia in them that you need the chocobos to get to. You don't need one for each of them. If you decide to just go straight to getting a gold chocobo or a black chocobo, you could probably do it. But I think it's gold that you need. But I think the black chocobo can go over like the shallow water, but not the ocean. Where is this fucking guy? Surely I didn't, like, break the game and... oh, there you are. I was gonna say, like, surely we didn't, like, break the game somehow and, like, disappeared. Going to Midgar, I guess. Where is it going? Maybe it's going to Cosmo Canyon. And when it stops like zigzagging and just goes in one direction, it's safe to assume that it's getting ready for a fight. Oh, it's gonna blow up the Nibelheim Mountains. Interesting. Not sure what that accomplishes, but... how is Sid dodging everything? Like, I'm not complaining, but... it's just a little weird. If he has to get limit break uses for his next one, he's dodging everything, like he's Neo. it has to be nearly dead at this point. Okay, now it's the final battle. By that I mean I'm probably gonna hit it once and it's gonna be dead. So I kinda wanna just sit and wait for it to use Shadow Flare. Because I know it can use it. Maybe it's a final attack and I'm just confused. It's not like it's permanently missable if I don't get Shadow Flare. I can get it elsewhere, but I just know that this guy has it. Skill power was used up, so I think it tried using Shadow Flare, but it couldn't. And now we have Cloud's best weapon. I don't remember what's actually in the forest, I just remember it's a fucking pain in the ass. It's not a fun place to be. Because it's like doing puzzles, but you also have to do it random encounters at the same time. I mean, perfect timing, I guess. So, that's it for me for today. I'm gonna stop by. I guess the views, host, follows, everything. You guys are awesome. I guess I'm gonna do Chocobo related stuff, and make a list of everything I need to do to power up to fight the super bosses. So, tomorrow should be action-packed.